Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Saturday the 17th of September 2022. In today's Millwall news, it is a Saturday, so it's a match day, and Millwall limped over the line by beating Blackpool 2-1. It is a win, was a win, we needed the win. But it was hard to watch. It was not very entertaining. It wasn't very clear who the better side was from the impartial observer. We huffed and we puffed, and we did a lot of huffing and puffing, and we barely beat Blackpool. And let's face it, I think it's almost guaranteed that Blackpool will be one of the three teams that get relegated this season. They're not very good. They don't have very good players. You could say they're basically a League One team, and we literally struggled to beat them. But beat them we did, which we needed to do. So, is it good that we won? Does it really matter how we played? You would imagine a lot of people will take this every week. We win every game, but we don't play very well. Who cares? A lot of people will take that, and but it's Blackpool, you know. If we, in terms of how our seasons are going, we haven't really stood out as being any good in any of our games, except you could say the Stoke City game, and that was because they had a dodgy manager as well. So, and he got fired soon after. The Cardiff game, we were kind of lucky; they hit the bar a couple of times, but we did win that by 2 clear goals. But every other game has been a massive disappointment, and luckily we actually took the lead first, and but even though we went in at half time 1-1, there was still boos from the fans. The fans were not happy with that. So let's have a read of this. This is the match report from the New Look southernnews.co.uk, which is basically incorporating the news at Den now. So I'm just going to call it southernnews.co.uk because that's the web address, and if you wanted to go and check this out for yourself, I'm letting you know where I found it, so you can go and have a look for yourself. And so far, as you can see, it's got 197 views. Millwall returned to winning ways with a 2-1 win against Blackpool at Den on Saturday afternoon. The Lions came into the game off the back of a disappointing 2-0 defeat at home to QPR, but they were ahead within 15 minutes against the Seasiders when Zion Fleming's header forced goalkeeper Daniel Grimshaw to carry the ball into the back of his own net. Carry? No, not really. The header kind of hit the post, and some say it was over the line already. Then the goalkeeper's dived, and it's hit him kind of on the back of the hand, shoulder type thing, and then he's grabbed it and come out with it. Look, I saved it, and like no, the referee's buzzer went off, so he gave the goal. So there's some confusion. Some people giving it to Zion Fleming, some saying it was an own goal. We will see. Shortly after the half-hour mark, Blackpool were level. Despite playing poorly in the early stages, they opened up the Lions' defence and played a low cross into the box, which Arsenal loanee Charlie Patino rifled into the back of the net off George Long. Yes, more on that later. Fleming looked the most likely to put Millwall back in front both before and after the half-time break, but he failed to find his first goal. The Lions boy, well, as we just said, he kind of did. He created that goal, whether it's officially an own goal or Zion Fleming's goal. He made that. But shortly after the Dutchman smacked the post, Benicofo was able to find his second goal of the season as he fired a rebound effort from Callum Starr's pass Grimshaw to give the hosts the lead after 63 minutes. Yeah, Phobia again with his second goal of the season. Stuff. Mill match details. Mill looked to start on the front foot in the early stages of the match. Zion Fleming clearly desperate to help out in the final third. He had a lot of shots. Not all of them on target, but he was having a go. Had like 8 or 9 shots in the game. He hit the post. I mean, it was quite remarkable what he could do. The ball was delivered to him in the area. There's 4 Blackpool players around him. He's made to look like he's about to shoot in the corner, so they've all kind of froze to block it, and he's just feinted it, and then seen where they all are, and quickly decided to cut it into the near post rather than the far post, and it's hit the post and come back out at an angle away from everyone. So, how's your luck? But yeah, some real quality from Zion Fleming. Just need to get more of that in the net. He battled hard to break through the Blackpool defence, setting up Ben Cope down the right. Striker was closed down as soon as he touched the ball. However, forcing him to set up Billy Mitchell behind him, playing a low cross back to the box that was cut out before it could reach Fleming. Blackpool, fresh off the back of their 3-0 defeat at Rotherham, looked nervy. Their passes were loose, and their performance at the start of the match was summarised by a free kick, which James Husband played straight out of play, with the left back clearly expecting one of his teammates to make a run. Seconds later, Fleming tested Grimshaw with a header from George Honeyman's loop cross, but Grimshaw was able to make a comfortable save. It felt like the Dutchman would never find the back of the net, having come incredibly close to his first Millwall goal on multiple occasions. However, with Scott Malone winning a corner just before the 15-minute mark, the left wing back curled a lovely ball onto the head of Fleming, who powered it into the ground. Grimshaw got down to catch it, but the referee indicated they crossed the line. No, he hit the post and came back. So, just if you check the highlights, you'll see that. The Tangerines' disjointed performance continued until the 32nd minute, where a string of neat passes down the left flank gave them the chance to play a low cross in the box, and Charlie Patino was left unmarked in the centre, allowing him to fire a half-shot goal. Jules Long got a hand to it, but he was unable to keep it out as the visitors levelled the scores to a chorus of boos. Boo from the home supporters. Millwall weren't playing with enough energy or intensity, and this has become evident as the half wore on. Honeyman's tidy pass played Malone down the left flank, where his looping cross was met by the head of Jamie Shackleton. The ball ended up deflecting off Husband, with Fleming curling another effort over the crossbar shortly before the half-hour mark. Fleming tried taking the game by the scruff of its neck after the restart, but Mill failed to gain any real control in the game. Aside from an early long-distance shot from the Dutchman, the Lions failed to gain any control while the Tangerines started threatening on the counter. That all changed on the hour mark when Malone's well-delivered free kick was headed into the path of Fleming, who cut inside and smacked the post. This seemed to wake Mill up and show them that they were capable of hurting Blackpool from play, which they did 3 minutes later. Millwall corner was cleared as far as Murray Wallace, who was able to recycle it by playing Styles into the box. His effort on goal was blocked, but it trickled over Benekovic, who blasted the rebound into the back of the net from close range, getting his second goal of the season. While Blackpool came close to an instant reply through Theo Corbeau counter-attack, the Lions began to turn the screw in search of a third goal, while the Seasiders looked uncomfortable at the back. Their outside were just lacking that final touch in the box to put the game beyond doubt. The visitors pushed for a late equaliser, with Millwall unable to retain possession of the ball in the dying stages, but the Lions eventually ran out as 2-1 winners in a crucial game. We'll get to the teams later because I want the subs as well. So, set pieces reign supreme. Even at their very worst, Millwall are always a threat for set pieces. Of course, it's usually Charlie Cresswell who gets on the end of them, but this time it's Zion Fleming who helped them find the back of the net, even if he wasn't credited with the goal itself. The only problem is that the Lions can't keep relying on set pieces to win games. They have to create more to score from open play. One thing that isn't mentioned there, Who took the set piece? Scott Malone. Scott Malone, that's what he can do. In terms of getting up and down the pitch, tackling, that kind of thing, kind of wanting. Probably need to see more from him, but he's got the foot. He's got sweet left foot. And he's got another assist. He's got 3 or 4 assists now. That's what he does. That's what he does. A confidence boost for Bennett. It's been a while since Fobi started for Millwall, found the back of the net. With his only other goal so far this season coming off the bench. His goal this afternoon may not have been pretty, but it proved to be crucial, as the Lions recorded their 4th win of the season, with Tom Bradshaw yet to find the back of the net this season. A run of good form from Fobi could really do wonders for outside ahead of some tough October fixtures. How close can he get? Fleming took 8 shots against Blackpool, but failed to find the back of the net with any of them. Well, he got one. He keeps saying this. It was one. The Dutchman is doing his very best to get his first goal for the Lions, and outside of defeat to QPR, he's yet to play badly at all. It really does feel like he just needs one to finally kickstart his Millwall career. Well, according to him, he's got it, and we'll read more about that later. But yeah, there you go. So let's move on to the Millwall match report to get the teams. Yeah, the big surprise of the day. George Long started in goal. Bart was dropped. There were 4 changes. I think I said in yesterday's video, I thought Honeyman, Fobi, McNamara, and what else did I say? Honeyman, Fobi, McNamara, and someone else would come in. I said they would start, but Malone. Did I say Malone? Yeah, I think it was Malone. Malone, Fobi, Honeyman, and McNamara. I said them, but it wasn't. It was 4 changes, but McNamara was still on the bench. It was Bart Biakowski who was dropped. Now, was he dropped? Rowett's had something to say about that, of course. So we'll read that in a minute. So it was George Long in goal, Cresswell, Cooper, Wallace, Shackleton, Styles, Malone, Mitchell, Fobi, Honeyman, Fleming, and only 2 substitutions this time, only 2. McNamara 78 for Honeyman, which then I think Styles went further forward, Shackleton went inside, McNamara went on the right, and Bradshaw right at the end for Fleming. And the unused subs would be Biakowski, Bury, Saville, Vogelsammer, and Evans. So there you go. There you go. And there's Bennett Fobi after he scored it as his goal celebration. You can see still a lot of people sitting down to celebrate their goals. Like they're not. It's a weird atmosphere there. A weird atmosphere. Everyone's a bit moody at the minute. So what happened? What happened? This is from southwarknews.co.uk. Millwall boss explains surprise goalkeeper switch. Bartosz Biakowski played 146 consecutive championship games, that means in a row, before Saturday's win against Blackpool. So that would have been his 147th, but he dropped it, so now he has to start again. And as you can see, this story, very popular, has had 1,500 views. So a lot of people want to see this, see what the fuck is happening here. So Gary Rowett says that it was the right time to bring George Long into the starting lineup for the championship game. The decision came as a major surprise given that Bartosz Biakowski has been the Lions' first choice goalkeeper for the last 2 seasons. The former Polish international on the bench for Saturday's win against Blackpool. Long had a fairly easy afternoon despite conceding in the first half, making just 1 save against the Tangerines. It was a difficult one, Rowett said after the game. Firstly, I think he's been outstanding as a person and as a goalkeeper. I can't speak highly enough of him. I think the way he supported George Long was absolutely incredible. He put the team before himself. I'll be honest with you, I've had 18 months where I've been saying to Longy, be patient, you might get a chance, be patient, you might get a chance. But he's been outstanding in training. You watch him every single day. The strikers want extra finishing practice. He's there throwing himself around. He's a top quality goalkeeper. I just felt that I needed to do something to see if I could change some dynamic. We're very quiet, our back three, and Long is very loud. He's very vociferous. He demands a lot from people. That was it, really. It wasn't down to performances, it was just down to me trying to be fair. I think I can be called so many things as a manager, but I think I'm pretty fair. And I felt it was the right time to give him an opportunity. I thought you could see his composure on the ball, his ability to play out from the back, long or short. And he's made a couple of good saves as well. He'll feel good today. He's had to be really, really patient. Sometimes you can only say it for so long without it sounding like hot air. So I thought today was the right time. Right, let's dissect this. Well, let's dissect this. So, he's not digging Bart out, but then he's saying a list of things that George Long can do that he's insinuating Bart doesn't do. Long is loud. He shouts at the defenders. He's good with the feet, with the ball at his feet. Well, he's not the best. He's not one of those Premier League style keepers, but he's better than Bart. In terms of his delivery as well. And he's kind of saying that this wasn't George Long's first game at this level in the Championship. He made his Championship debut way back in 2011, 11 years ago. God knows how old he was. He probably must have been like 18 years old. For Sheffield United, on the last day of the season, as they lost 4-0 to Swansea. So that must have been a bit of a kicker. That was his debut for Sheffield. I think it was his all-round debut. End of the season, let's give the kid goalkeeper a go. They lost 4-0. I think he's played in a few Championship games many years later as well. But yeah. But so then you go, well, Rowett said he's going to play him. He plays him in the cup games, played him in the Carling Cup games, plays him in the FA Cup games. So he's been doing that for the last couple of season. He's only been here a season, yeah? 2 now. I think it's just 1 season. But he wants to play him in the league game. Because he's been saying, yeah, just wait. Just be patient, you'll get a chance. So, he decides, in the midst of this bad run that we're on, to select him for the game against a team that pretty much everyone knows is going down this season. He's basically a dead Championship team walking their League One team, Blackpool. And they're probably the worst team in the league. He chooses to play George Long against them. But so it seems I just felt that I needed to do something to see if I could change some dynamic. So literally, let's just throw some shit at the wall and see if it sticks. Literally, like, what am I gonna do? Drop the goalkeeper? We conceded a lot of goals. QPR had 4 shots and scored 2 of them. Just drop the goalkeeper. Maybe that'll help. Literally, like, no rhyme or reason. Just, well, fuck it. Let's do that. That might help. Maybe it does. Maybe it will help. I don't know. Like I said, Bart Biakowski is said in a video the other day. He's 35 years old now. He's gonna start declining now. He's not gonna be banging every game. There's gonna be moments, and if you're a goalkeeper, you can't have moments. You need to be practically perfect in every way, like Mary Poppins. You can't be 95% perfect, and then you can see 2 goals. It's not how it works. But I think we can all pretty much guarantee that Big House is going to start in the next game against Blackburn, don't we? I mean, it seems that he just played George Long because it's Blackpool. He was pretty sure that we were going to win this game. Blackpool aren't very good. He just about squeaked it. So yeah, that's why George Long started, because Rowett needed to do something to see if it could help. Plus, he said he was going to play George Long in a league game, and he couldn't do it at the end of the last season because we were still technically going for playoffs. So you couldn't give him the last game of the season because that actually had something riding on it. So he's had to pick a game against one of the teams that's going to get relegated this season and put him in that. And now we see maybe this is good for Bart. Maybe Bart realizes, it's like that, is it? It's like that, is it? And then he starts upping his game if he's got a competition. But we'll see. We'll see. So, I've already spoken about this from the match report. But Zion Fleming claiming Mill's opening goal, and match referee agrees. So this is from LondonNewsOnline.co.uk. Zion Fleming celebrated scoring his first Mill goal in today's 2-1 win over Blackpool, even though some outlets put it down as an own goal. The Lions record signing ran off doing his trademark celebration, UFC fighters Nate Diaz's muscle flex pose after connecting Scott Malone's corner. Goal line technology informed referee Darren Bond that he should award a Millwall goal. The Press Association claimed it was an own goal by Seasider stopper Dan Grimshaw. I think the referee wrote down Zion as the goal scorer, said Millwall boss Gary Rowett when asked by the South London Press. Zion said he scored the goal. I don't know if there's a suggestion it came off the post and hit the keeper. I haven't seen the goal back, but if there is any doubt, then the striker should get the goal. It's certainly something we'll ask about. Well, that's not how it works, is it? Fleming was one of Mill's top performers on the day and had 7 of the first 10 efforts towards goal. When you see him in training, left foot and right foot, he can bend them in the top corner, said Rowett. He can do what he wants. He's a real talent. He's 23, 24 years old and still adjusting to the league, still waiting for that little bit of confidence that first goal brings. But what you see is that he can link play, he's intelligent and head the ball. He's got a little bit of everything. He's strong. Him, Benik Fobi, and George Honeyman combine quite well at times first half. I've been pleased with him. He'll get better and better. I know he will be fantastic signing for this club because I've watched him for many years. He'll be disappointed that he hasn't scored yet before today because he has got the quality to do that. It will be nice if he gets that first goal, but if not, I'm sure it won't be far around the corner. Then they discussed the match. The first half, for various reasons, was a little bit cagey at times, said Rowett. You can see we didn't just look quite as fluid as we'd like on the ball. Some of our build-up play was quite good. I understand the frustration and the fans want the ball to go forward quicker, but we're not set up in any way to do that. We can do that with quality, and there are definitely opportunities where we can play forward into those areas, but the players had to be brave. That was why I was so pleased with the second half. We scored a good goal, had some good moments. Scoring the first goal was a big thing for us because I think we've conceded first on 8 occasions out of 10 games this season. That gives you a massive mountain to climb. I thought we might go and build on that. We did for a little bit, and then we got the goal. It's a poor one from our perspective. The ball gets cut back. We should stop the crossing. It's another soft goal. I said to the players at half time, I need you to be brave. Do what I want you to do. See if we can do it. If you're going to have to accept it's going to get a little bit edgy if it doesn't work. Just go and do it. Trust me on it. The second half, we moved the ball a lot better. There were some good bits of interplay. Callum Styles, Scott, Benik and Zion. A bit more quality and we would have scored 1 or 2 more. Indeed. Well, but maybe a bit more luck as well. So there you go. Zion is claiming the goal. The referee said he's given it to him, but the people watching from the stands, the PA, the Press Association, It's given it as an own goal. So what's happening now? I don't know. We'll find out in the future, but we will see. So, moving on, also from LondonNewsOnline.co.uk, Millwall boss issued threat to his players as they head into international break with important victory. Yeah, he called them out. He said, "Bring your mates and bring your dinner." He did the old John Sitton. Millwall manager Gary Rowett revealed he warned his players they would be getting less downtime. They did not go into the international break with victory over Blackpool. The Lions did exactly that. Yep, we know about that. The result moved Millwall up to 13th in the Championship. They have banked 12 points from a possible 18 at home. I said to the players after QPR, "You need to step up, champs. Otherwise your international break isn't going to look quite so nice," explained Rowett. It was a bit of a threat because I know we've got more. I know we can do better and we need to show a little bit more responsibility and accountability. I always start with myself. I always think where can I do better? What can I improve? Even today, what I almost tried to do was take a bit of flack for the lads to go and play a bit of composure and freedom. When they did that second half, it ends up winning us the game. We've got a lot of work to do. We're still doing quite a lot of the international break, but they will get a few days off and they will get a chance to not hear my voice, which I'm sure they'll be pleased about. Winning a game makes you feel better. It doesn't gloss over the things we need to improve on, but certainly is a nice way to go into the international break. So, if we come back for the Blackburn game and we're a complete dog shit, you all know why. Because the players were given time off. Why are they given time off? Because they struggled to beat Blackpool? They're professional footballers. They're going to get time off during the World Cup. What? What do they need time off for? Give them normal days off, which would be Sunday, I guess, the day after the match, and then crack on. Why do they need extra time off? Oi, oi, oi. It's namby-pamby PC world gone mad, isn't it? How hard is it to turn up at training ground and kick a football? The other side, the guy, Blackpool guy, boss man, Blackpool boss Appleton claims they deserved at least a point against Millwall. Well, he would say that, wouldn't he? So this is also from London News Online. Michael Appleton reckoned that Blackpool deserved at least a point in the 2-1 defeat against Millwall at the Den on Saturday afternoon. Today, we were more than value for a point, easily, said Appleton. Millwall didn't do enough to get the upper hand, to get the opportunities and score the goals that they did in terms of outstanding play. The one thing I can't accuse the players of is character and commitment. That was there. We needed more quality when we get in there, in the penalty area, and that must come from the group. The disappointing thing for me was the manner of the second goal was a bit soft. To concede from a set play is a bit unlike us this season. That's only the second one, so that was a bit disappointing. We showed character to come back from that though. We scored an excellent goal, a well worked goal, but the biggest issue I've got at the minute is we're not turning opportunities into chances. What I mean by that is in the areas of pitch we get into, the amount of times we get into the box 3v2 and we have an opportunity to get a tap in, but the good thing is we're getting in there. Appleton bemoaned Pool's ability to capitalise on the frustration that the home support showed towards their own team. We felt that before they scored the first one. I certainly felt it when we got back into the game and got the equaliser. It was an opportunity there that was for the taking, and we didn't take it. Indeed, Mill fans not happy that they equalised. Boos at half time. As in boo, not as in liquor. Now, this glorious, fantastic win today, you can own a piece of this. What do I mean? They are selling the match-worn shirts. Isn't it fantastic? So you can bid on Millwall's match-worn shirts from the Blackpool clash. Match-worn shirts from Millwall's Sky Bet Championship fixture against Blackpool are available now. As part of the Lions 3-year partnership with matchwornshirt.com, supporters can now own a piece of Millwall memorabilia by placing their bids before the deadline. Which one do you want? Get bidding now. To view the shirts and place your bid, click here. Auctions close on Saturday, 24th of September, so less than 7 days. And let's have a look at them. This is it here, matchwornshirt.com. And here you go. The money maker, the leader, is George Honeyman. 39, 169. £1 ahead of Zion Fleming. 168. Benica Fobies 124. And these are all the match worn ones. The match issued from the subs that didn't get on the pitch. Bart, Saville, Tyler, George Evans and Andreas Borgosama. All 79 quid. So interesting stuff there. We'll see. Be interesting to see the bids that get made and whose shirt is the most expensive. And we'll see, yeah. So there you go. Matchwornshirt.com if you're interested in that. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.